So the plan is I have not a lot of these left, but I want to open all of them because I'm not going to like take the breaks apart and put them back into boxes, obviously. I'd rather just open them. So my plan is to open the rest of what I have. This is the absolute last chance to take advantage of deals. Looks like we got the first break full, which rolled over from Friday because people were just sleeping. And I ended the gaming stream early just because I was frustrated and no one was really there, so I just figured why not just end it. I was frustrated with the new map and randoms just not being able to read. They had no business making a new map with quests that actually like involve people reading. Because nobody reads it and nobody knows what to do. Except for me, because I watched videos and read what to do. But I can rely on nobody. Everyone kind of just watches me do stuff, and that's how you progress, even though it's supposed to be 4 people collectively progressing. But that's my life. All right, first break is full. Hopefully we can do just more than this one. I know we've had a pretty eventful last 3 to 4 weeks. We're gonna keep it going. At least until I'm out of these. Cheers to anyone who's paying attention. Hope you're having a good start to your week. And if not yet, hopefully after we see some heat, it'll be even better. But these are the last of these deals. Once they're gone, I'm not putting up anymore. I'm opening whatever I have pre-made on the side here, and it's not a big pile. Has anyone else been playing New Zombies at all, or is it only me? I feel like it was a pretty popular game. Or at least it still is. I watched a video today and some interesting controversy going on at Treyarch, the makers of Zombies. They legitimately had to switch all the voice lines of certain characters because of a contract dispute with the voice actor. But they kept it hush-hush. Crocolore. And make sure YouTube is good. Okay, good it is. Kind of feeling a gold Zard tonight. If we get to open the packs with that in it. SQ. More for fire. Audrey. All fire. Criminal, we should probably just get some rockin' box. And we should build a city where we just transfer little rubber balls from one pit to another. That is our task. I think that's what makes that toy, like, literally, it's just so simple. You control like a little construction site where you're transferring little rubber balls. Except every like individual little piece is like $200 now or more. And that's if everything works, because if anything is broken, we can't go to the store and get a new one. So it's a pretty risky investment. I don't know if I'm willing to make. Yes. The one we were talking about on Discord. Nothing else really exists like it, by the way, because I looked. There's nothing like as close to what that was, if that makes sense. There might be other things that are similar, but not like that. It was one of the kind, dude, and I can't believe that, like, what do they call that? The virus that locks your computer. That's what took the company down, which is nuts. Like, they didn't have those files backed up anywhere. No, the hell is it called? Where you have to pay them, otherwise it just deletes everything. I typed it in Discord. I forgot what the hell it was called. It locks the computer. You have to pay it or it'll delete every file on the whatever company database it was. Ransomware. There you go. I figured. I remembered. But I guess in the early 2000s, people like were not equipped to like deal with that, I guess. We are so due for another Pikachu, it's not even funny. But I guess the company still exists, Criminal, but they're a nonprofit and they deal with like education toys. Which is really interesting that they never like, especially as time gone on, they probably could like recover files to make that toy again. But maybe that was their way out because maybe they weren't doing well. I don't know. I can't imagine that a lot of people were buying it though. I wonder like how successful they were in sales because they were probably the most expensive toy in the entirety of Toys R Us. Well, that's the thing. I think they hold like the patent or the design, so I don't think anyone else would be able to make it either. That's one like relic that's gonna just be lost forever. It's like only our generation knew about it, and once we're gone, that memory is gone. It's crazy. Oh, it's really sad. What's up, Gravy? We were just talking about that toy again from Toys R Us that I remembered and I actually found it, but it doesn't exist anymore. People kept saying it's K'NEX. I was like, no, dude, it's not. It was something else. Rockenbach. Roken or Rockenbok. Yeah, there you go. What's up, Madness? I mean, I'm just waiting for breaks to fill. Once whatever breaks I have left here on the side are gone, this deal is gone for good. I think people are sleeping on it. Worst comes to worst, Madness. I'll open it by Wednesday, but I wouldn't be afraid to grab spots for tonight. I'm not gonna rush off. I'll wait. It was so gravy. When I was a kid at Toys R Us, it was on display where you could play with it. And it was like a little construction set that had like little rubber balls that would just be like moved throughout the entire construction site. And it was driving me nuts that I couldn't remember what it was. And then I found them, and then I guess I found like the crazy story that went along with it, that they were like hit with ransomware. And that's why they're no longer around. What's up, Gilbert? Gilbert, did you get zombies yet? Because I have tried so hard and have failed every single time with randoms trying to get the new map done. You can't say you remember it? This is exactly what I'm saying, though, Gravy. It was for like a very specific amount of time, and then it was just gone. And everyone thought I was talking about Connects. My back can't carry. Gilbert, this new map involves people to just do a little bit of homework. Maybe watch a YouTube video, not even read. Watch a YouTube video, and it shows you step by step. Quick guides. Nobody does that, and then they're just watching me, like, do it for them. And then it takes really long. The rounds get too high because they don't save one zombie, and then they just die. And it's just wash, rinse, and repeat. It drives me nuts. What did I get? A rare candy? Lincoln Logs? I don't know about Lincoln Logs. Lincoln Logs were something I never had at home, but I had it at school. Like kindergarten. Are Lincoln Logs still a thing? Are like they still around? All right, 2 starting to fill up. Another spot just got taken. In antique shops you can find them. Is it an antique at this point? I guess they were out like well before when I was a kid. Real man, do you know what toy I was talking about in Toys R Us or no? Because you're right around my age. Gilbert, I ended the gaming stream last night because first off, like nobody was there, and second off, I was over it. All right, another spot taken in 2. And then today, Gilbert, we got to the very last. All we had to do was take this orb and go to the door to the boss. First teammate goes down. A second teammate goes down. At this point, it's me and one other dude. The other dude is useless. So I go down there to save one of them. All of us die. I should have just let him die, let the round end, and then they respawn, but then they wouldn't have any of whatever they had, their weapons. You lose everything. And then we probably would have lost the boss fight. Which, zombies or no? I never had them, real man. It was just specifically when you went to Toys R Us to go play. Like they had a display you could play with. That's past my time. I don't remember those. I never knew a single person that actually had them at home. Well, the new zombies map is like a story mode map. It's it requires you to like actually like read or watch a video on how to do it, and nobody does, and I'm just stuck like with other people watching me complete it, and it takes too long because it's meant to be split between four people. Rockenbach. I'm on PC, but you can crossplay with Xbox, I believe. It was a toy. It was a toy construction set madness that Toys R Us had on display with like little balls that you could like put it into a dump truck that would like take to a conveyor belt and it would like move everything. It was crazy. But I could never find out what it was, and I recently found it. You had it? See, I didn't know a lot of people or anyone that had it. Now that I think about it, I didn't know a single person that had it, but I played with it at Toys R Us. So that company got hit with ransomware in the early 2000s, and that's why they literally dismantled the company and became a nonprofit, and it was just gone forever. Yeah, of course I remember those. Fugazi Pokemon. I am not even remotely close to buying another 10 Ultra Balls. And I have four left. Oh, that's sad. Yeah, I was probably too young to have those because I was born in 93. All right, break number two is the next one that we need full. Take advantage of these deals before they're gone. I had Crazy Bones. I feel like my generation wasn't like as big though. Like Pokemon cards were the pinnacle. Well, maybe not generation, but area. region. We had a principal who was a nun because I went to Catholic schools like majority of my life. She banned Pokemon cards at school like the day it came out because she knew it wasn't even like a religious thing. She knew what was going to happen. Kids were going to steal them or lose them, and then there was going to be a bunch of issues. So she was just like, if you bring them, I'm throwing them out. That's all she said. Well, as a kid, it's horrible to get stuff stolen. It's what happens when you're not raised right, because then you think it's okay to do stuff like that. It's not good. Stealing is lame. Don't steal. Yeah, but that's all it takes. That's like our principal was that nun was smart, dude. She knew that there was going to be issues, so she just banned him. She said, "If you bring him to school, I'm going to throw him out right in front of you. So if you brought him with you today, bring him back home and never come back with him." Then there was never those issues. It was an inside job. She just avoided those situations. Bro, she put the fear of God in all of us. To this day, I can't think of another person. We had like a gym, or like, yeah, like a gym. If we had like whatever event that day where everybody in the school was in the gym, from preschool to eighth grade, as soon as she walked in, silence. Didn't have to say nothing. That's the respect that she had, and she ran that school. She's gone now, but it'll never be the same. Oh, it's very good to have that kind of discipline. I'm with you on that. She liked me though, so it was all good. My dad did the pizzas for hot lunch, so I had an in. All right, we're just waiting for this next break to be full, and we're good to go. As a kid, though, it's not only it was straight up fear. We feared her, which is a good thing. It's okay to fear. I think it's healthy. Dude, there was one time she slipped on the ice, and she's like 80 plus years old, and like messed her head up. Like she had like cuts and everywhere. She didn't even take a day off, dude. She showed up the next day with all the bruises and everything, and we're like, "Oh my god." She like she didn't mess around. She was always waiting around the corner somewhere. She knew where the bad stuff was happening. Not that there was much bad stuff, but like if there was somewhere you weren't supposed to be, she like was always there watching. You needed a friend yesterday? I was live. You could have came and hang out for a little bit, and then I rage quit. You could have found a little bit of joy in my misfortune. Misfortune in the game, obviously, not like in life. I have a feeling in order for me to actually finish this map and like beat the boss, I'm gonna have to do it solo, as much as I don't want to. But like, it's what it's coming to. You get days of depression because last year when I told you I was raising all my kids alone while my GF was gone. Yeah, but it's nice to have someone there to talk to or just get your mind off of that. I get it. It's it's nice to just have someone to just distract you from that. And I'm definitely, I would say I'm here for it. I'm live like every day. But I hear you, dude. Life isn't easy. So we got to make it easy on each other. I would literally, one, you're not a bother. And two, I welcome actually, like, I like talking to people because if I'm just sitting here and I feel like I'm talking to myself, it's a lot harder for me to like fill the void. I actually like interacting with people. It's just if like I'm in the middle of updating lists that then I'll like need to pause for a second just to catch stuff up. Pistolero. Yeah. Dude, I just thinking about how close I was to actually like seeing the boss for the first time and then everyone died. Actually like I'm surprised I didn't break anything because I guess I just would rather not have to like break something over a stupid game, but like it's that frustrating. I've been trying so hard and people are just that bad. Like you can't carry them. No, this was today. Like I just tried this morning after like getting stuff ready for today, and we got this close to seeing the boss. Like all we had to do was just walk to the door. And yeah. It was the new map. All we had to do, so there's a step where you have to take the orb to 4 different places and you have to get kills using specifically whatever element it is. So you had to get fire damage kills, then you had to get shadow damage kills, and so on and so forth. We finished it. All we had to do was grab it and walk to the door, and that's when everybody died. And like in hindsight, I should have just let everyone die and then cleared the zombies out. Whenever I die, it's because of other people. I have to go save them, and then it puts me in a vulnerable spot every time. It drives me nuts. I went full sword build too. Like I took all the perks to like amplify your melee. So like I've become like the master of the sword in that game. I need some like solo, you get less zombies, but then you're stuck doing all of it. And it's like that's the trade-off. I don't know. And then if you die on the boss, you have to start over, obviously, or you lose. It's not like you could just. I guess I could save right before the boss, but I don't think you're able to like go back to it if you die. It's weird. I don't know. Still trying for the second one. Otherwise, we are going to roll it over. But I'm going to wait a little bit longer to see if we can fill it. I know people are sleepy on this Monday. We've had a crazy couple weeks. I would rather not because the amount of aimware that I was playing against in Counter Strike made me switch to a different game entirely. And I know if I go to multiplayer, I'm going to run into the same thing. But never in zombies, right? I never got someone just ripping like 1,000 headshots so that we just never die. I just play on PC, Gilbert. I don't know if it's crossplay for PlayStation to Xbox to computer. I don't see why it wouldn't be. You are the best beast in system than on PC. You could play you could still use a controller on PC though. I use a controller when I play. Certain games are just meant to be played with a controller. Zombies is definitely one of them. Now DayZ, keyboard mouse, Counter-Strike keyboard mouse, but Zombies, controller. Gilbert, literally any controller can be used on PC. Like, not even kidding you. You could rig up an N64 controller if you really wanted to. It wouldn't be the most optimized, but you could do it. There's apps that just map the controller to whatever you want it to do. You can 1000% use a PlayStation controller on PC. I think you could literally use any controller as long as you can plug it in. Well, just for your sake of knowing that, you know what I mean? This is me not peer pressuring you to get the game. You don't have to. But in the future, if you do, if a controller is what's holding you back, dude, you could use any controller on there. I'm like 99% positive. Well, you tell me if I'm live and playing, I can mute Discord, which I'm okay with. All right, I don't think this next one's gonna fill. People are sleeping tonight, and we're gonna go hard on Wednesday. I'm gonna post it to everyone, make sure everyone will be up and actually looking to get in these last couple deals. So we tried, guys, but I'm gonna roll it over to Wednesday. Love you all. Thank you. Have a good rest of your evening.